I want to bring across to newbies. Don't think you're going to hit these numbers, right? This is a veteran that really knows his areas, and to be part of the 4K club happens very, very seldom. Now, 61 hours online, actually almost 62 hours, 162 trips in total, right? On this particular day, he was on the clock for 11 hours and 32 minutes and did 33 trips, right? But reality is, and that only happens in certain markets, that's in California right now. But the reality is, folks, it looks more like this, right? You have $239.11 made in 31 hours and 46 minutes, right? The one averages out to $70 an hour, but the majority of the country, right, is here. This is less than $9. Sorry, this is $8 an hour. This is $8 an hour average. $239, 34 trips in 31 hours and 46 minutes. The numbers don't lie. So when people post on Facebook and on media, they usually show their super highest numbers. Hey, I did this. Why? Because we're proud of those numbers. So you generally will see more postings along the line of these type of numbers, if they happen. This is very, very, very seldom will you see anyone hit the 4K club, right? Again, 61 hours, $70 average per hour. Reality looks more like this, $239, same week, 34 rides, 31 hours. That's $8. It's less than $8 per hour. So why doesn't Uber and Lyft look at this a little bit closer? Why are these extremes from city to city, right? Some people are actually leaving specific cities to go and drive in other cities because they see the numbers on Facebook groups, Facebook pages, and say, okay, well, hey, I've got the car. I committed to the car. I cannot survive on $8 per hour. So maybe let me go down to California or Vegas to the hot markets, right, and hit those big numbers. If it means saving your vehicle, right, because you've committed to this vehicle, you may have to make that move, right? But you cannot survive on these numbers here. Less than $240 in 31 hours. Now, if you're moving to an area like Orange County or LA, where some people hit that 3 or 4K club, right? You've also got to take into consideration that your gas prices are almost double, right? That your rent is almost double. So you have to put everything into perspective. If you want to learn a little bit more about the ins and outs of this game, go to www.ridesharedrivingschool.com and learn the formula, when and where, right? So it might mean that you have to move from Austin to Vegas, right? Or from Albuquerque to LA or Orange County because you want to hit those numbers and make your vehicle work. I've seen many, many people relocate and move because of this, right? During the pandemic. Who knows what comes after the pandemic again? Will it start balancing out? Will the cities start looking pretty much the same? There are these crazy extremes at the moment. You just saw it, $4,200 in 61 hours and $239 in 31 hours. Those are extremes, right? You cannot rely on extremes. You need consistency. You need to understand what you're making. And these executives have to step up. They have to take this into consideration, right? Otherwise, they're going to lose more and more drivers, as you can see right now. In a lot of these cities where people are putting these numbers, $239 in 31 hours, people are leaving. They're done. You can't survive on $8, right? It's less than a guy gets paid at McDonald's. Only few drivers that are staying in the market. The riders might be there, but there's a very, very small pool of drivers, and specifically now because the Delta variant has flared up. A lot of people have exited rideshare again. And, you know, when you have a small pool of drivers and a big pool of riders, like in LA and Orange County, you're making money. So the companies have to take this into consideration. I do want to remind the people, I'll leave the details below, 8th of August, Caravan of Courage, be there. Support the new co-op that we're getting off the ground so we can get more consistency and more rights and more money into drivers' pockets. Have a great day. Like and subscribe from the Rideshare Professor.